Welcome back, everyone. Ready for another deep dive.
Always ready for a good mystery.
All right, so are you ready to get a little spooky?
Ooh, spooky.
Yeah, we're diving into Admiral Blackbeard's Curse of Strahd.
Classics.
Specifically, the party's exploration of Durst Manor. And we know things did not end well for this family. So they decide to skip the second floor for now and head up to the third.
Wow.
But as they reach the top of the stairs, they're met with a scene that's well straight out of a nightmare.
Uh-oh.
A broken banister, severed fingers scattered on the floor, a trail of blood.
Oh my goodness.
It's like a tableau of violence. It's like the manor itself is screaming at them, get out. But this is a D&D party we're talking about.
Of course.
They're driven by curiosity, a desire to help those kids, and maybe a little bit of that hero complex.
Yeah.
So they press on, following that blood trail, straight into the master bedroom.
Okay.
The master bedroom is fascinating.
Yeah.
On the surface, it's grand, luxurious, even.
Okay.
But there's this palpable undercurrent of fear.
Wow.
They find a knife in the pillow, for example.
Oh, wow.
And then there are the letters they find.
Ooh, letters.
One is from Elizabeth Durst,
Okay.
addressed to a mysterious Mrs. Lavinia.
Okay.
Now, this letter is chilling you.
Oh, no.
Elizabeth talks about being involved in some kind of dark ritual and refers to the nanny Clara as an obstacle that needs to be removed.
Oh, gosh.
Elizabeth's letter paints her as someone deeply immersed in the occult.
Yeah.
Someone willing to go to extreme lengths to achieve her goals.
Right.
And it adds a whole new layer of complexity to this story. We have to wonder, what were those goals, and was she acting alone, or is this Mrs. Lavinia pulling the strings?
Yeah, who is this Miss Lavinia?
Exactly.
Okay.
I'm guessing they weren't expecting their first encounter to be quite so, well, visceral.
Not quite. You see, they come face to face with Clara's ghosts.
Whoa! Right off the bat.
On the third floor in the nursery.
The nursery.
And it's not a peaceful, comforting presence, let me tell you. The video footage, it captures her appearance so vividly.
Okay, describe it for me. Paint the picture.
You see hacked hair, missing fingers, and a wound on her skull.
Oh, goodness.
Well, let's just say it's not for the faint of heart.
Definitely not.
Yeah.
So we're already getting those classic horror movie vibes. But here's where it gets really, really interesting for me. Clara's ghost. She tells a story.
Oh.
A story of betrayal, jealousy, a violent end. What does she claim happened?
She claims that Elizabeth, in a jealous rage, in a confrontation, that she was pushed from the third floor banister. Pushed. And it gets worse.
Oh, no.
She claims that Elizabeth then dragged her to a bed, restrained her, and, well, the details are pretty gruesome.
I can only imagine. And then we have Zikrin. You mentioned they have the ability to see visions of the past.
They do.
Well, Zikrin has a chilling vision of Clara falling from that broken banister.
Oh, gosh.
Confirming that she was indeed murdered.
Oh, wow.
So this is where the story takes a turn from mystery to horror, wouldn't you say?
Oh, absolutely.
It's no longer just about piecing together clues. It's about confronting the reality of a brutal death.
Right.
So we're left with more questions than answers.
Yeah.
Who is this Mrs. Lavinia? Was Elizabeth acting alone?
Right.
What was the monster the children were so afraid of? And where is Walter?
Yes.
Well, the party's about to find out because their exploration continues.
Okay.
They find a door on the third floor, and Jinwinak senses undead on the other side.
Uh-oh. Undead in Barovia.
Yeah.
Not exactly a surprise.
Right.
But remember, undead aren't mindless monsters in this campaign. They could be trapped souls or something even more sinister.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
They notice another door.
Yeah.
This one leading to a nursery. The discovery of this nursery is unsettling, to say the least. The name Walter is scrawled above the crib.
Oh.
There's a pentagram of glowing runes on the floor and fleshy tendrils pulsating around the crib.
That's creepy.
And there's no baby, right?
Right.
No Walter.
Yeah.
But then they hear it. A
Yeah.
baby's cry coming from the crib. Talk about creepy. The manor's playing with their minds, making them doubt their senses.
That crying is such an effective tool for building tension.
Yeah.
It taps into our primal instincts, our desire to protect the vulnerable. But in this context, it's also incredibly unnerving because, something's not right.
Totally. And then out of nowhere, a spectral figure appears.
Oh.
A young woman humming a tune as she picks up a baby from the crib.
Okay.
It's Clara the nanny. Clara tells the party to leave, saying that the baby is fine.
Okay.
But remember, Elizabeth's letter referred to needing an innocent subject for her ritual.
Right.
Is this baby Walter the key to Elizabeth's dark plans?
It's a chilling possibility.
It is.
We have to remember that in Barovia, even the seemingly innocent can be corrupted by dark forces.
Right. So they leave the nursery,
Okay.
but their search continues. They're looking for a way into the basement. They find a room on the 4th floor locked with a chain and a padlock.
Uh-huh.
And wouldn't you know, the key Jinwunek found in the master bedroom fits.
Ooh, I love it when that happens.
I know.
It's like you've been following these clues,
Yeah.
and suddenly a piece of the puzzle clicks into place.
I know. It's so satisfying. They unlock the door.
Okay.
And what they find is both fascinating and heartbreaking.
Oh, what is it?
It's a children's bedroom with 2 small beds, a toy box, and a detailed dollhouse replica of the manor.
Oh, wow.
The most chilling detail is the 2 small skeletons lying in the center of the room.
Oh, my gosh.
Dressed in the same clothes Rose and Thorne were wearing when they found them in the barn.
Oh, no.
Talk about a gut punch. It's confirmation that those children are gone, victims of whatever darkness has consumed this house.
Right.
But then things get even weirder.
Oh, no, even weirder.
A toy soldier rises from the toy box,
Okay.
knocks over a porcelain angel,
Uh-huh.
and the spectral forms of Rose and Thorne appear on their beds. It's like the house itself is haunted by their memory, playful spirits trapped within its walls.
Right.
It blurs the line between reality and the supernatural,
Yeah.
making you question what's real and what's not.
Totally.
The party questions the children,
Okay.
and they learn that Rose learned magic from a book in her father's office on the 2nd floor.
Okay.
Remember, we skipped that floor earlier?
We did.
Looks like we'll have to go back.
Okay.
And when asked about the basement,
Yeah.
Rose points to a storage room on the dollhouse replica.
Ooh.
It's like they're getting clues from beyond the grave.
I know that's such a clever use of symbolism.
I know.
The dollhouse represents the manor itself,
Yeah.
and the children, even in their spectral forms, are still trying to help the party uncover its secrets.
I love that.
It's so clever.
As the party prepares to leave the room, Rose and Thorne extend their hands to Raven and Logame.
Okay.
And get this, their spectral forms merge into the 2 adventurers.
Oh, wow.
Talk about a twist.
What?
It's a bold narrative choice, one that adds a whole new layer of complexity to the story.
Yeah.
Was she simply a child playing pretend, or did she possess some kind of gift, even in life?
It's a good question.
All right, so we've got a ghost story with layers of magic and mystery. I mean, this is what deep dives are all about.
I love it.
But things take an even stranger turn when Rose and Thorne's spirits merge with 2 of the adventurers.
So what does this merging mean? Could it grant the adventurers special abilities, insights, or even be some form of possession? And what does it mean for Rose and Thorne's spirits? These are questions that the adventurers and we as observers have to grapple with.
What does that mean for their abilities, their personalities, their very souls? We'll have to wait and see. And that brings us to what could be the most significant discovery so far.
Oh.
A mysterious stone slab
A stone slab.
found in the storage room. A seemingly impenetrable barrier with the single hexagonal keyhole.
A hexagonal keyhole.
Okay, we've got a locked door, a manor full of secrets, and a family torn apart by tragedy.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds like our adventurers have their work cut out for them.
They do.
But let's shift our focus to another piece of the puzzle, a crumpled note found in a spare room on the 4th floor,
Mm-hmm.
addressed to Clara.
Gotcha.
And his letter, well, it's heartbreaking, terrified for his family's safety, and talks about wanting to escape with Clara and the children.
So this letter throws a wrench in our assumptions about Gustav,
Right.
doesn't it?
Totally.
It suggests that he wasn't a participant in Elizabeth's dark activities,
Mm-hmm.
that he might have even been trying to protect his children from her.
Yeah.
It makes you question everything you thought you knew about the family dynamic.
Such a decision, it would have been scandalous.
Very much so.
Right. But it also confirms what Clara's ghost told us, that Gustav wanted to be with her and they were desperate to escape Elizabeth.
It does.
But why was the note crumpled and seemingly discarded in this spare room?
That's the question that immediately comes to mind, isn't it?
It is.
I mean, the location of the note, it suggests that perhaps Elizabeth was aware of their plans. Maybe she stumbled upon it, revealing Gustav's betrayal.
Oh, and then there's the wedding dress in the wardrobe of the same room.
A wedding dress.
Was Gustav planning to marry Clara?
And if so, how would Elizabeth react to that knowledge?
Right.
It's a tangled web of relationships and secrets.
It really is.
But the central question remains. What ultimately happened to Gustav, Clara, and baby Walter? They were clearly planning to escape, but something went terribly wrong.
Right.
And the fact that Clara's ghost is trapped within the manor hints at a dark and unresolved end to their story.
It's like we're putting together a puzzle, but some of the most important pieces are still missing.
Hmm.
And just when you think you might be getting close to the truth, another layer of the mystery unfolds, right?
Precisely.
Before we move on to the next part of their journey, let me ask you this. What stands out to you so far? What are your initial thoughts on the story of Durst Manor?
Well, I have to say, I'm already hooked. The blend of sources, the video, the notes, it really creates this immersive experience.
It does.
You feel like you're right there with the adventurers
Mm.
and the mysteries. Oh, the mysteries.
Yeah.
The family drama, the hints of magic, the ominous stone slab. It's all so intriguing.
It is.
And I have to admit, I'm a bit nervous to see what happens next.
Me too. Me too. But that's what keeps us coming back for more, right? The thrill of the unknown,
Absolutely.
the anticipation of uncovering the truth.
And Durst Manor has plenty of truth to uncover.
So how do the adventurers, how do they react to this new challenge?
Well, they start digging deeper, re-examining everything.
Okay.
They're backtracking, scrutinizing every room, every detail they've encountered so far, looking for any missed clues, any connection that might lead them to that key.
Okay, so they're not giving up. They're like detectives, meticulously combing through the evidence. Did this change in approach lead to any breakthroughs?
Well, remember that crumpled note from Gustav to Clara?
Mm-hmm.
They go back to that, analyzing it from a fresh perspective.
Okay.
And it's not just the plan to escape that stands out this time.
Right.
It's Gustav's description of Elizabeth.
What do you mean?
He mentions her strange behavior, the dark circles under her eyes, the whispers he hears late at night. He even describes seeing mysterious figures in black robes visiting the manor.
Okay, now that's interesting. It kind of shifts our perception of Elizabeth, doesn't it? And initially she seemed like the classic jealous wife.
Right.
But now we're getting hints of something darker, something more sinister.
Exactly. It's no longer just a story of a love triangle gone wrong.
Right.
There's a layer of the unknown, the occult, that starts to emerge.
The occult, okay. Those black robes, the secrecy, the late night meetings, it does suggest some ritualistic activity.
It does.
And this connection to the occult, could it be tied to the stone slab and the hexagonal key? Is it possible that Elizabeth was involved in something far more dangerous than just a jealous rage?
It's certainly a possibility worth considering, isn't it? I mean, the stone slab with its impenetrable surface and that unique keyhole, it could very well be protecting secrets that go beyond a simple family drama.
So we've got a potential connection between Elizabeth, the occult, and the secrets hidden behind the stone slab. But where do the adventurers, where do they go from here?
Well, they're not just dealing with physical clues and riddles.
Right.
They're also dealing with the psychological impact of Durst Manor. Remember, Rosenthorn's spirits merged with two of the adventurers.
Right. I'd almost forgotten about that. What implications does that have for the investigation?
Think about it. You have the spirits of two children who died tragically, now intertwined with the living.
Right.
It's bound to create a sense of unease, a blurring of the lines between reality and the supernatural.
It's like the manor itself is starting to seep into their minds, warping their perceptions. Do they acknowledge this strange merging, or are they just trying to ignore it?
From what we gather in the notes, they're definitely aware of the change.
Okay.
They describe experiencing emotions and memories that aren't their own.
Wow.
But they're also determined to press on to unravel the mysteries of Durst Manor, even if it means confronting their own internal struggles along the way.
It sounds like a recipe for disaster. Do they ever find the key? Do they get any closer to understanding what's really going on in this house?
Well, the search for the key, it leads them back to the third floor,
Okay.
to the very room where they first encountered Clara's ghost.
The nursery.
They're hoping that by revisiting the scene, they might notice something they missed before.
Okay, so they're back in the nursery, surrounded by those chilling remnants of Clara's tragedy.
Hmm.
Do they find anything new?
Initially, it seems like they're retrunking their steps,
Right.
finding nothing of significance.
Right.
But then something unexpected happens.
Oh. Okay, you've got me on the edge of my seat. What happens?
There's a suit of armor, seemingly harmless, just another piece of the manor's decor.
Mm-hmm.
But suddenly, without warning, it springs to life, pushing him towards the broken banister.
Wait, the same banister Clara was pushed from? Oh, that's just cruel. It's like the manor itself is trying to repeat history to claim another victim. And what about the adventurers? How do they react to this sudden attack?
The video footage captures the chaos and terror. They're completely caught off guard,
Right.
but they fight back using whatever they can find to defend themselves.
So it's no longer just a ghost story. It's a fight for survival.
Exactly. They're realizing that Durst Manor is more than just a haunted house.
Yeah.
It's a place of real danger where the lines between the living and the dead are blurred and where the past, it refuses to stay buried.
This is intense. Did they manage to defeat the suit of armor? Are they okay?
They do, but it's a close call.
Okay.
They're bruised, shaken, and more than a little terrified.
Right.
But they're also starting to realize that they're stronger together.
Okay.
They're relying on each other, supporting each other, and slowly but surely they're becoming a team united against a common enemy.
So despite the terror and the danger, there's a sense of camaraderie emerging. They're facing their fears, overcoming obstacles, and slowly but surely they're unraveling the mysteries of Durst Manor.
They are. But as we reach the end of this part of their journey, a crucial question remains.
What's that?
Have they found the key to unlock the stone slab?
Right.
Or are they still searching, piecing together fragments of truth while facing the ever-present threat of the unknown? They just survived this terrifying encounter with a very angry suit of armor. They're battered, bruised, but not broken.
They're tough.
They are.
So where does that leave us? What are your final thoughts on Durst Manor?
Well, I think it's clear that Durst Manor is more than just a haunted house.
Yep.
It's a place where the past and present collide, where love and betrayal intertwine, and where the forces of darkness are always lurking just beneath the surface.
It's a reminder that some doors are best left unopened, that some secrets are better left buried. But it also reminds us of the human spirit's enduring curiosity,
Yeah.
the thirst for knowledge that drives us to explore the unknown, even when it terrifies us.
And so we leave you with the mystery of Durst Manor.
Mm-hmm.
What happened to the adventurers?
Yeah.
What lies beyond that stone slab? What is Elizabeth's true role in this tragedy? Only you can decide.
That's it for this deep dive into Durst Manor.
A fascinating one.
Until next time, keep exploring.